This is the You, Me, and BTC podcast. Thanks for joining us. I am Daniel Brown, and I'm here with.
Hello, this is Tim in an actual room now.
Yeah, no more dungeons for Tim.
Well, I mean that's not precluding it from the future, but as of right now, they've let me out for a little bit. I get my
Unfortunately.
my weekly hour outside. Not really outside, obviously, but
Yeah, Tim wouldn't. I mean, your skin would start to, freaking
excuse me,
melt.
you fucking pale fuck. I can see you. I can see your computer screen glinting off your forehead over there under
Okay.
your unkempt brows.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're
I was
right. You're
telling
right.
Daniel before I attack people because I'm worried about myself and my own pale skin. I got
Yeah.
called albino the other day again. That hasn't happened for a while.
Like for real? Like someone actually thought that?
No, they were trying to be shitty.
Wait, facetiously, or were they actually mad at you?
It was somebody said something when I left someplace, and then somebody else told me. So it's one of those fun, like, did you hear what he said and she said about him? It is. I'm like,
All
oh,
right,
okay,
all right.
yeah, I kind of am.
Well, we are back as promised. We told you we were going to try to get back into the weekly swang of things, and so here we are. We're a little late on the evening. I don't know how much we're going to stick to the 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern that we used to be. We might keep shooting for it. We might not. Who knows? I don't know. For all I know, we might start pre-recording. No idea. But hey, you got us. So there's that. You're welcome. We'll probably keep it short tonight. I know Tim only has a few minutes because it's my fault. I'll take some blame there and virtue signal that I'm a great person or whatever that
Yeah.
might be.
Yes.
So Tim's got a few minutes. I don't know. Maybe I'll go solo for a few minutes. That's all I got. That's what's about to go down. So, what's up, Tim? What you been up to? You said, yeah, no more dungeons, and you got to get up early, right?
Well, yeah. Well, no, not particularly any dungeons as of right now. I spent another. Whenever I last did this, I was supposed to be. I think that was actually supposed to be my last night. I spent another 2 nights at that place.
How's
Now,
that even work? Like, why? What do they just like not come home or something?
no, they. Well, I think I might have said something. I think the lady I was watching for works for some kind of an oil company, but she's straight Russian, so I'm not really sure. I'm still sticking to the fact that she's probably working for Trump, but so maybe they were like, "Oh, we need another couple days to figure out how to take out Elizabeth Warren in the debates next week or whenever they're happening." Um, God damn
Wait,
it, am I tired?
have
What?
you actually watched any of these debate things?
Oh, no, I mean not entirely. Like most things, any information I get is through Twitter, where I see Cory Booker doing this strange Hispanic language. It's definitely not Spanish, but apparently they it was just
I,
all of
I I don't
them.
know who that is or what
Cory
he.
Booker's the bald, like light skinned black dude. I think. I hope that's the one because that's who I've brought up to other people. But
No clue.
apparently, every person on the stage tried to do some little Spanish to be like, "We like immigrants,"
I
and then he went into this like
think I remember
it
seeing some
sounded
tweets.
like me speaking French. Un parle en français et habite in my vous et vous. Yeah, and then they're all just like kind of staring at the camera. The one dude that like 50-year-old women love is just looks depressed in all of his photos now. I don't remember what his name is. Everybody just
I
takes
couldn't name. I couldn't name. I don't know. Like I'm guessing Biden's running, and
yeah.
is like AOC running?
I
Is she
don't
even
think
old enough to run?
no, she's just I don't think so. Yeah, no, I'm pretty because I was about to say everybody's just taking pictures outside of detainment camps. I'm like, no, that's just
Oh, I
her.
did see that
You know,
picture.
she's like,
Oh, jeez.
my people, You're in there. Like, I'm gonna hold on to the fence. There's like Rutgers isn't letting any of these people in. Don't worry about it.
Man, on the one hand, we like to think we're above most of the mainstream anything. We like to think like, yeah, we're not going to talk about, politics or this or that, or like, if this big thing's in the news, some black comedian killed some other guy. Like we like to stay above that and joke about how we never follow anything. But that picture got me. I was hooked. I thought it was funny. And if I was a tweep, if I used Twitter more often, I would have tweeted about it and made fun of it. But I don't use Twitter much. I podcast, so now I'm here.
What black comedian killed somebody?
What? It doesn't matter. No, the
Did
actor,
something
not a
actually?
comedian. No, the actor, the one. I don't remember his
Jussie
name.
Smollett?
Yeah, that somebody.
The- they hung me. Where? I was come back from Subway. Oh, okay. What happened? I left the rope on so you guys could test it. It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Totally, completely unrelated. But now I have to tell this story because I thought of it. Speaking of Subway, that's why I thought of it.
Oh.
One of my friends, you might have met him once or twice. Doesn't really matter who. Just one of my friends. He told me this story. He's single, desperately single. It's kind of funny. It's been a joke. I feel bad for him, but it's also kind of a joke. And he was a friend from college, so I don't talk to him much lately, but I did a few weeks ago. And I asked him about the girl situation, and this was the story that he had for me. He lives near, I want to say near DC, and he went to Subway late at night, was interested in this girl, ended up exchanging, this girl that like worked at Subway. Ended up
Found a girl outside of a Subway just digging through the trash.
yeah.
Hey.
So they exchanged numbers. They like talked for a little bit. I think he went back to Subway like to see her once or twice. Maybe they went to dinner once or twice. But basically, there's not much to the story except this. It all ended when she texted him and was like, before anything was official, they weren't really dating. They just had like hung out like once or twice. And she texted him and said, "So my car really needs new tires. You think you can help me out with that?" So Tim, if this was an advice podcast, what would you say to this? Oh, I don't know. Let's call him Billy.
Hey, Billy, go get a hooker. Don't buy people cars. Just go pay a dirty hooker. Any girl that is trying to find a guy to buy tires for, that's the kind of trash you don't want to deal with. You'd be safer with the hooker more than likely. Yeah, no. Don't buy people cars or don't buy people tires. Like even I think a car would at least make sense if he had money. A car would at least like make sense as a gift. Tires don't make sense at all for anything.
If is there anything like, so there's little things. Say you were interested in this girl and she like insisted that you buy her dinner. It's like, well, of course, yeah, I'll buy you dinner. Like, where's the line? Like, at what point are you finally like, what? No, that is not happening. Or like, maybe more interestingly, like, what's the gray area? What are the kind of things that a girl might insist that you buy that's kind of gray area for you, where you're like, wait, what? Maybe. Like, obviously, tires are like, are you kidding me? Buy. But like, what's the
which is
gray
weird.
area?
I would like tires kind of if I knew the person, they were like, I fucking need new tires. I work at Subway. You think I have money? But I don't know, probably.
So let's say, all right, let's go a little bit above dinner. Say like concert tickets. Say you've like gone to dinner once or twice with this girl, and she wants you to buy these concert tickets. Is that a yes? If you're definitely interested.
I think you're insinuating my standards have any kind of a height to them at all. Yeah, It would depend.
I'm
I'm
just gonna
more
slowly work my
likely.
way up. I just
Well,
need a
see,
yes
this
or a
no,
no
we're different
concert
because
ticket.
you were like, she's like, I insist that you pay for dinner. Already, I'm like, well, fuck you. Okay, then I'm gonna go out of my way to tell
This
you
is
that you're gonna
why.
pay for half of this. But that's also why I'm sitting in a white room or in Dungeons and Daniel is happily married. Uh, I would
Okay,
be
so let me
more
step
likely.
down from dinner then. What about like a candy bar?
Well, no, what? No,
A
I'm not
candy
dating
bar.
a fat bitch here, Daniel. I'm
All
not
right,
giving her
that's fine.
Snickers.
That's fine. That's
No,
fine.
no. Well, no. What I want to make a point first is that the meal would be a little bit different versus like because I'm just not going to a concert where I'm going to be like I'm going to hate all of this. The concert is more than likely going to be something that either we're both interested or I'm interested in.
Taylor Swift.
I'd go see Taylor Swift just to like be like, isn't she hot? Look at her, she's great. She sings so well. Um, I yeah, an event. I don't what the like a red flag or whatever you want to call it would definitely be something like tires or rent
Oh
or
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have a my teeth are falling out and I need new dentures, or if they're like my parents need money, my brother needs money, something like if it's
What if
not
she
an
had this
event you
great business idea?
no, never do that. Don't do business ideas with people you're dating or with coke people because they're both going to go bad. They're going to be, see, I know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go over to here. See, there's this whole untapped market. Anything where it's not a special thing. That I mean, the only way you
Any
run into
so you're saying anything that's like a normal dating type of transaction?
you calling it transactions now? This is horrifying. Dude. No, I get what you mean. Um, yeah, anything where it's not. I did have some kind of a train of thought. You fucked it up.
You said not weird things, and I want to know what you mean by
Not
weird
weird
things.
things. Weird as far as like if you if it's something like if I wasn't here, or what are you gonna do? Just die? Like if someone's like with the tires, like were you just planning on finding somebody to send you money for these tires? Like whenever you started talking to me, that's where my mind would go first. Would be that, or if it's like, well, we really need to go on this just great vacation. I know I've only talked to you for 5 days, but I would love for you to at least buy me a ticket to this. That's also if they're trying to do a one-way ticket and they're like, or they're trying to do a one-seat ticket and they're like, well, it's actually it's round trip. That means you get two with them, and then they try to trick you. Um, yeah, no, I would
You've
just say
probably been tricked once or twice.
I have
Yeah, what's your what's
to,
like the worst time you've ever been tricked?
as far as
Anything.
any
Anything, Tim. When have you been had?
pretty much my entire life is just me being had by one person other than me going, you, oh, and now I can't do anything because now everyone's going to think I'm an asshole. No,
I don't know. I don't even know what kind of example I'm looking for here. Like, I don't know. There's two different kinds of being had. There's like a normal prank, like haha, very funny, and there's like being had like an actual scam.
yeah, no, well, no, um, haha, being funny. I'm trying to think of like just somebody convincing me of something, and then like years later, but I can't remember. I did a lot of when I was younger, just telling myself things like that color didn't exist before 1920, and that the Civil War was fought between two different different nations with different languages. I remember specifically asking
What?
my father what what the language the Confederates spoke was.
What?
Um,
What? Why?
I didn't have a lot
At
of
what
friends when I was a
age?
kid,
At what
Daniel.
age?
Like probably like 8, 9.
Okay. I mean, all right.
And then money, I don't really want to talk about that.
Oh, getting screwed
But
out of money. That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the biggest ones where I'm going to be like, yep, no, right there. I definitely I'm still angry about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Um
we've said talked about failed, business ventures on this show countless times. I mean, I've got a few of those, but straight up scammed. I mean, yeah, this was like way back in the OG days of Bitcoin. Someone in chat rooms trading, like, oh, how about you send me half a Bitcoin, then I'll pay you, and then you send me the other half of Bitcoin. And obviously, I sent the first half and never heard again from that guy. Back when it was worth like $50 or whatever. I mean, monetary scams, yeah, like I've invested in stuff that's gone nowhere. Fine, whatever. Anything else? I don't know. Like yeah, our own business ideas. I've made websites that just I never had time to work on and they didn't really go anywhere. Fine, whatever. A straight up scam. Aside from that one time in the chat room, I can't think of any. Oh, I mean, this was recent. It was not much money, but I would at this point I would call it a straight up scam. It's a cell phone, a supposedly free cell phone service called Freedom Pop. They're somewhat well known, but they just took my money. Like they said, yeah, I wanted to get the free service, and they're like, well, you might go over your plan, so in order to get the free service, you have to deposit $20 in case you ever go over any of your limits. Then we'll take it out of that $20. Okay, fine. They're like, oh, we'll ship you a SIM card for 1 cent. All we need is your credit card. Fine. All right, 1 cent SIM card, $20 deposit, like permanently for this free plan. Then they're like, oh, well, there's all these different add-ons. If you want voicemail, that's $2.99 a month. Great. Now I need voicemail for $2.99 a month. And group messaging is $1.99 a month. Okay, great. Now I need group messaging too. So I didn't sign up for everything. I started with just like a $20 deposit and the free plan. And the problem is when I got the SIM card and tried to use it, they were like forcing me to install their app, and you could only call and text through their app. I was like, I don't want your app. I don't want to call and text through your app. I want a phone with service. So anyway, that's not too juicy, but that's the most recent. Like at this point, I would call it a scam. I knew going into it, I'm like, yeah, obviously nothing's free. Obviously, they're charging me 1 cent for the SIM card so that they can get my credit card. I knew all of that was a possibility. I was willing to make the sacrifice in the name of research for my own benefit. I just wanted to learn what plans I liked and what plans I didn't like. If anyone's really curious, the one I did like, I loved it. Great user interface, great customer service, and great prices. US Mobile. Go check them out if you want, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, that's my scam. Anything else? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just assume that I'm getting scammed by I was just thinking about this today, actually, like by my bank with my mortgage or whatever. It's like, yeah, I probably could have got a better rate somehow, some way. You're probably like, so be it. Like, I'm not going to deal with it.
I mean, that's any kind of interest rates. You're just like, well, I probably could have gotten this better, but you guys eventually just wore me down because you're like, well, sir, we're willing to dicker about this for literally the next 3 years. So if you'd rather just sign the paper and just give us the percentage, that'd be great.
Yeah,
or else we'll see you in court.
Similarly with credit cards, they're like, oh, sign up for this credit card and you'll get a $600 bonus. Like, okay, sure, I'll take the $600, and I'm sure you're, conning me out of it in some backdoor way that I don't even know about. But that's just what you expect from banks.
No, my Discover card is giving me very good interest on my returns. That doesn't make sense.
I guess what it comes down to with credit cards, I mean, yeah, they get some data out of you. Yeah, some of them get annual fees, and they expect you to accidentally forget that you're paying that annual fee for some of them, but that can't be the main profit motive. My guess is, I mean, maybe, I don't know, like transaction fees, like the card issuer. So say a credit card transaction fee is what, like 3%? Then they give you 1% back as rewards. So they're looking at maybe a 2% fee on all your transactions. But in order to justify like a $500 bonus, that means you have to spend like $100,000. No, let me pull up the math.
I mean,
I want
most
to
of them
know
have limits for that. It
if they're
looks
if
like
they're
they.
making 2%, then how do they how much do you have to spend to justify? It's times 50. 500 times 50. Say they gave you a $500 bonus and they're getting 2% of all your transactions. You would have to spend $25,000 on your credit card every year. Well, no, I guess not every year because they just have to justify the first year's bonus.
I
Okay.
could see people definitely doing that.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I could see people doing that pretty easy to some of the people.
But I don't know. They're not, I don't think most people, I think they know that, not most. The people with these, like, the biggest bonuses, you have to have the best credit score. And the people with the best credit scores are not carrying balances. So the cards with the biggest bonuses are not making money on interest. I mean, I'm sure some people carry a balance and pay interest on it, but that's not very common because to get a big reward card, you have to have a good credit score. And to have a good credit score, you're probably not carrying a balance. What do I know? Like I said, I
You
just assume they're scamming me somehow. I don't know how. If they're collecting my data, sharing it, or transaction fees.
is it the charge for the card? The
Annual fee.
transaction cost? No, the transaction
Oh,
cost.
okay. Transaction fee that the merchant pays. Yeah.
Is that a because I'm looking at something they're saying they make money off fees, interest, and a commission from selling cardholders' names to other people so they can sell or send ads to us, and a cut of the purchase price from the merchants that they make that we as the
Right.
cardholder make a purchase of. Is that that's
Yeah,
what
the
you're talking about, or is
transaction fee.
that
Yeah,
okay?
which is usually like 2.5%.
Yeah, I don't know. They make a bunch of money though.
Yeah,
It
because
has to be.
they make a ton of money because every single day you get this big multiple like big fancy letters in the mail like, oh, zero balance fee transfer, and like giant, it's got to cost them like a stamp alone is 50 cents plus all this fancy printing and packaging, and like, and every single day you get multiple of them. Like that's at least like $3 or $4 a day that different companies are spending on me to try to get me to get their credit cards. $3 or $4 a day. I think I don't think that's an overestimate. I don't know. Maybe not every single day.
I'm very cynical about all of this, but I would not be surprised at all just because of how weird things that we've like I don't none of this makes sense. None of it
Agreed.
makes sense.
Agreed for sure.
I feel like there has to be something where we're kind of just feeding us into a system to kind of just keep it going, and whether that's through like out in the open government funding or just like, oh yeah, no, just here's mail for free, you can just use it for free, or because we need to make sure the post office still has something to deliver because who the fuck checks the mail anymore, and Amazon can only send so many packages. I mean, I would think credit card companies mostly get by probably selling data more and more now, and
Yeah, it's
just
got to be.
something about the way the government's always kind of seemed to be going after cash too, because credit cards are kind of just the like a really shitty. Not, I mean, they're not at all like a shitty cryptocurrency, but as far as the government views it, it's a very nice tracking of everything you're spending money on.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
we've said before, we've done a couple episodes about Facebook advertising and how anyone, you could today, you could go on to Facebook and start sending ads to people that are, quote, high buyers of fiber cereal or anything else you could imagine. People that love fiber cereal, people that just bought a motorcycle, people, whatever, people that have the latest phone, the people that live in areas with slower internet access. You could target anything you want. People that like Jiffy Lube. I don't know. The point is, you can go look today at all those options and everything they know about you. And yes, a huge chunk of those come from credit cards. So yes, that's got to be a gigantic part of it, which means if you follow that line of thinking all the way through, like, okay, so they are collecting my data and they're selling money to, say, they're selling data to Facebook, say, or some agency that then sells it to Facebook. It doesn't matter. Okay, well then where's Facebook getting that money? And why does Facebook want that data? Oh, they want that data because there are companies that want to advertise to you on Facebook. So, and how do they make money? Well, you buy their stuff. They want to advertise to you because you're going to buy their stuff. And so if you bring it full circle, that credit card bonus, $500, $600, $700 is subsidized by the stuff that you buy. Say, I don't know, you go on some website, meundies.com. If that's where you shop, then they advertise to you on Facebook. That purchase at wherever you shop, Amazon maybe, but they have plenty of their own data. I don't know Tim, what's just like a random e-commerce store that you might see advertising to you on Facebook?
Probably just like a vape store or something.
Okay, yeah, perfect. That credit card bonus is subsidized by, a vape store that you might shop at. That's bringing it full circle. You're getting a bonus from the credit cards. The credit cards are getting a bonus from some agency. That agency is getting a bonus from selling the data to Facebook. Facebook is getting the money, or a bonus, whatever you want to call it. Facebook gets money from a vape shop. The vape shop gets money from you, Tim. That's the full circle. That's the circle of life. That's what makes this world go round. And so when you get that bonus, it's subsidized by stuff that you buy. And obviously you have to pay, if the vape shop has to make a profit, so their prices are higher. Oh, plus they have to pay credit card transaction fees too. The vape shop has to do that too. So it's a great big circle.
No, it keeps everybody employed, nice and happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly judging it. I mean, everyone that's listened to us knows my opinions on data collection and privacy, and we've had tons of discussions. And it's weird because I love privacy. I talk about it all the time, but at the same time, what am I going to do to Facebook? Like, I'm not going to. Sure, if you're giving the credit card, if you're giving them that data, like that you have to expect it. And what are you going to do about it? If you really don't like it, just stop using the credit card. Just stop using Facebook.
No.
Yeah. So, man, and that's that means that it's not cheap to be private. It costs money to be private. If you want to stop using Facebook, it might be harder to get a job. Some jobs make you have a Facebook account. A lot of jobs make you have a Google account. Even schools these days, you have to have a Google account to go to school or whatever. So that, in that sense, it's not nobody would argue with the idea that privacy is expensive. It is very expensive. If you want to really, really be free, like a Google Home costs, I don't have any real data in front of me, but I would bet that a Google Home has more than $35 worth of hardware in it. If you wanted to build your own Google Home with all the same features that could hear your voice just as well, it would cost more than $35. The reason that Google makes it cheaper is because they attack your privacy and they make money that way. Same thing with Amazon. Same thing, like cheap Android phones. Like, they have like $50 Android phones now. Great, they're awesome, but they cost more than $50 to make. The reason they sell them for $50 is because there's tons of ads and apps and bloatware and malware pre-installed on those phones. Privacy is not cheap. If you want a good phone that has no crap installed on it, you're going to spend more. You just are. Or the alternative, you spend more, or you learn how to develop, you learn how to hack your phone, you learn how to hack your computer, you learn how to build your own, decentralized or offline even Google Home. We've joked about that on the air before. On this show, I like Snips.ai and HomeAssistant.io. It can be done offline, and it's great. I love it. Anyway, where was I going with all that? All I was saying is privacy is not cheap. It costs money and or skills.
The only thing I heard was that it was my fault.
What's your fault?
I don't know. Apparently, it's my fault that credit card companies keep asking me if I want a loan to take my non-existent student debt away. But then
because of the full circle thing I was saying about shopping in a vape shop, and then that's what subsidizes.
I was jumping back to make a caveat to say that I do have to go to bed, and I'm.
Oh yeah.
No.
I've been keeping Tim up too much here. He's
if you look at me,
there.
You'll see that my eyes, they're sagging underneath here. I need my beauty sleep. But no, I do like what you're saying too. It's just that anytime I say things like this to people, why are you so depressed? Why are you so why can't you be happy? I'm like, well, look, just look at it. It's all fucked up. They're like, but it's nice.
It works. It goes full circle.
Look at this phone. This tells me so much. I'm so intelligent now. I can look up whatever I want. Did you know what Mr. Trump
tells me the weather? I can talk to it.
I always know what the weather is. They give me these nice radar warnings that say you're going to die tomorrow because it's 95 degrees. That's all my phone has gotten this week is people telling me that this weekend everybody's going to die if you're over 80 or if you're a child or if you're a dog with leukemia. Everybody is going to sweat the dick off and die. So that's what's going to happen to me tomorrow.
Yeah, Tim's not going to wake up in the morning.
As far as advice, again, go back to did you call him Charlie? I forget what you called him.
Billy.
Billy, again,
just don't stop going to Subway.
You're in DC. There's definitely thousands of hookers around you, catering to politicians, to all the way down to the local crackhead guy who occasionally scrapes together $30. I'm sure you can do better there. I won't say.
I don't know if he's eating at Subway. Does he really have $30?
Well, that's all the other thing I was going to say is maybe don't hang around the Subway looking for love. Maybe at least get an actual waitress, because waitressing, especially for a nice, pretty girl, is a pretty easy gig. Subway is where the person is, where then they're going to try to manipulate you and try to get you buy them cars. So advice for Billy, don't buy the cars. Advice for everybody else, yeah. Exactly what Daniel said about if you don't want to spend a lot of money, and at the same time in America, we kind of all want to call ourselves thrifty, but then we also are terrified at the idea of not being wealthy. We're always just like, wow, I need more. I need to buy this. But then I also want to save money by getting this $50 off of whatever.
Or this like $300 credit card bonus.
Yeah. You either need to focus and just put your head down and then just start making like 120 grand to 200 grand so that you can just buy the best stuff. You can hire people to just fuck around with that. Or you take a couple hours every day, 5 hours a week. And like Daniel said, you just learn how to do it yourself. It's not impossible. It's easier now than it has been ever to figure that out because other people are out there explaining that. It's never helped me. Probably still, but it's definitely easier than it would have been 5 years ago to figure out how to do all that and how to set that up for yourself. And then again, just don't go overboard with it either. If you are writing Star Trek fan fiction, Billy, if you're writing Star Trek fan fiction,
he's actually DJing.
What?
He's a DJ.
Oh,
He
okay.
does weddings and stuff.
Oh, well, just find a girl there. What are you talking? Don't go to Subway. What the fuck? Go hit on a chick at a wedding. Be like, hey, are you married? She's like, no. He's like, oh, I got tires. I got car. Great. Yeah, no, just hit on a chick at a wedding. What are you doing? Anyway, I want to go to sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace out, Tim.
What was I? Yeah. Anyway, just build your own stuff or get enough money to pay other people to buy the stuff. Also, Billy, if you make more money, not just the Subway girl is going to actually hit on you. So think of it that way. I don't know, sell Molly out of your DJ box at these weddings. And again, going off of DC, you'll probably find a decent amount of customers.
There it is. You heard it here first, folks. Peace out, Tim. Come back next week when we try to figure out where you get that $300 bonus for a free checking account.
Oh, I need that. Bye.
All right, I will talk us out here, guys. I don't have much more. I should mention, none of this is official yet. The website doesn't even work. It just redirects to you, me, and BTC. But I've considered lately helping people set up an offline, because I've done it for myself, an offline home assistant. I've used this open source software. It is open source, so you could do it yourself. But if you're not a developer like Tim, contact me. I could help you out. I don't know. I could do anything. I could help you. Oh man, literally anything you can imagine. There's like integrations for the Bitcoin price. Well, obviously there's like smart lights, smart thermostats, smart, music streaming around your house. It connects to your Roku, your Google Cast. If you still want to have some Google, but you want some stuff offline or whatever, my vacuum is connected. So there's all the normal stuff, but then like the Bitcoin price, there's an integration for Domino's Pizza. I mean, literally anything you could think of. Your front door camera. You could make it order you a pizza as soon as the Bitcoin price passes $10,000 or whatever. So anyway, the point is, if you're not a developer and you like that idea and you're willing to get help setting it up, let me know. Like I said, it's not official yet, but I probably would think about calling it cloud free. So I have the website cloudfree.tech, or just email me, daniel@meandbtc.com. But yeah, get in touch with me if you want help setting any of that up. It's open source, so anyone can do it, but I have done it. And if you're not a developer, I'll do it for you. And yeah, maybe one day down the road in the future, somebody's listening to this and cloudfree.tech is an actual website with more info on this. So maybe then check it out. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'll have run that idea into the ground by then. Who knows? But thanks for listening. Of course, there's also you, me, and BTC.com. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes, interviews, articles, tutorials, numerous shows lately. I mean, we're still ramping up again after a few months of like pretty slow content, but we are, like I said last week, I'm saying it again, we're serious about this stuff. We are coming back. Tim's doing his show a little more often. Ryan, I have actually now 3 episodes of Unpopular Opinions with Ryan Tofil. 3 episodes that have yet to go out. 3 different guests, one of which is yours truly. So keep an eye out for those within the next week, 2, maybe 3 weeks. Like I said, we're ramping up. So stay subscribed. Find us on Twitter @you, me, and BTC. Follow our podcast feeds or whatever. Don't miss out on any of that. And come back next week. Like I said, we'll still shoot for an hour shows. We'll probably shoot for 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern, but it doesn't matter. It's a podcast. You can listen whenever you want. So do that. We love you guys. Peace out. Come back.